I wanted to propose to my girlfriend, but found she was pregnant by her affair partner. She lost it when I got down on a knee and held up the paternity test. I'm still pretty shaken up as I'm writing this. Just got into a fight, and I'm trying to calm my nerves while writing this. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years, and she's been the best part of my life. I had dreams about marrying her and settling down to have a family. I even bought a ring for her. I was planning to propose on her anniversary. I had it all planned. We were going to go to Paris, and I was going to propose to her underneath the Eiffel Tower. She had said she visited Paris as a kid and always wanted to go back, but never had enough money to make the trip. I thought that could have been really nice for her. For the past month, she's been increasingly asking for a child together and how she wants us to speed things up. I agreed with her, but didn't want to raise a child until I knew I was financially able to. I make decent money now, but adding a child would be too problematic. I wouldn't be able to take her to nice restaurants on her date nights or give her as many random gifts. I like doing that stuff for her because it makes her happy, and she does seem surprised when I do it rather than expecting it like previous girlfriends. Yesterday, things got out of hand and we thought about it. She said she was wasting her time with me and that I was unserious about the relationship. I usually don't do this, but I yelled back at her and asked why she's been acting like such a bitch lately. She got up and left immediately. I spent most of the day upset, then I called her to try to talk it out. I didn't get an answer. I checked her location and decided to go over and apologize to her for how I acted before. I even stopped at a store for flowers. I went up and knocked on the door and some guy answered it. He looks behind him and says, "Your man is here," and he laughs. She tells him to shut the door and he closes it. Now, I'm not a violent person, but for those few seconds, so many thoughts entered my mind. But in hindsight, I'm glad I stayed there because I knocked again and again, and he answered the door. He told me to get off his property before I get hurt. I told him to come outside and make me. He sighed and pushed me. Sasha was looking out from the door, telling me to go home. I was going to fight this guy. He was about my height, but a little heavier than me. I wasn't going to fight him for her. By the way they're acting, they've probably done this before, or he's a white knight trying to be her hero or something. I'm fighting him because he made it personal. You want her, whatever. But he wanted to insult me and belittle me like I'm nothing. Nah, dude. So we're in front of his house on the lawn fighting each other, and I end up getting a punch that knocks him down. When he was fumbling to get up, I looked at her and asked her if she's happy with this guy protecting her. I asked her if this is the man she wanted to be with. He got back up and tried to tackle me, but I shrugged him off. I got back in my car and watched her walk towards him. She didn't even try to help him up. When I got back to my place a few minutes ago, she was trying to call me. For some reason, I picked up, and she was yelling at me for hitting her new man, telling me she would press charges. I hung up on her. Then she sent me this long text about how I never cared about her and that I didn't make enough money to support her. I didn't know where this came from, but I'm done with her. Last update. Here's my last update. I got the job. I'm now making double what I used to make if I had commission to it. It scares me to think that if she started that fight a week later, I might be taking her to doctor's visits and buying Pampers. That's a scary thought. I took your advice to heart and got a lawyer who asked her for a prenatal paternity test. She refused and fought her damnedest hard. She doesn't consent? Her baby will be hurt. Don't I trust her? I'm just trying to shake off my responsibility, etc. When she finally consented to the blood test, the child isn't mine. It probably belongs to that other guy, but he's nowhere to be found. For me, I'm getting ready to move into a bigger apartment that I have been saving for, and am doing a whole lot better than a few weeks ago. Next cheating story. So today I came back from work and hopped in front of the TV. My 30 male, wife's 27. Laptop is on the desk in front of me, and I'm just too lazy to go to the bedroom to get mine. So I just grab hers. I wanted to check my FB to reply to my cousin's message, but in the inbox I realized that my wife is still logged in. Lo and behold, there's my wife trying to set up a date for tomorrow night. Fan-effing-tastic. This soldier, let's call him Stan, is 32. And he grew up in the same town as she did. But I think they only vaguely knew each other. So my dear wifey comes home about an hour after me, and she immediately starts talking about the plans for this weekend. Tomorrow night my friends from my hometown want to meet up. Stan, his sister Jessica, and another girl, Sam. I'm not sure if I want to go yet, but it's okay if you don't want to come since they're all from my lame hometown. Then immediately she starts making plans for Saturday and Sunday. I wait for her to finish, and then I say that I absolutely don't mind coming with, especially since I want to meet her friends. She goes on for a little bit about how it's really going to be boring and how I go to sleep pretty early, so I might get grumpy. I wake up early for my job. I keep pressing that I would actually love to go, but she changes the topic as she's almost 100% not going to go anyway. When she started watching TV, I told her I have to use her laptop for my fantasy football so I could see any new developments with her date. Then his message comes in, and she nonchalantly exchanges the phone numbers just a few feet away from me. She used the FB app on her phone, and I can't see the screen, but I could see everything on her computer. Now, I don't want to confront her right away because she's going to find some lame excuse. I kind of want to see the excuse she's going to come up with tomorrow, so she can go outside and leave me at home. It's eating me on the inside, though, and I can't sleep right now. Our marriage is not ideal. We had some tough times recently, and the sex life is definitely not what it used to be. I love her, but I definitely don't want to be with a cheater. She cheated on me also with a soldier WTF 4 months into the relationship when we started dating. Not yet married, and I forgave her. But I swore to myself that this will be the only second chance. We don't have kids, which would make the whole thing easier. And we both have good jobs, so the alimony I would have to pay would be minimal. Does anybody have any suggestions on how to handle this? Should I confront her tomorrow morning, or should I wait for the date to take place? So here I'm just going to go ahead and post her little convo, artistically modified. Also, somebody can hopefully please tell me that I'm crazy and looking way too much into it. Is it just me, or is she really drooling all over that guy? I feel like my head's going to explode because I'm so pissed off, and now I have to go sleep next to her. While I was typing, he sent her another message to text him during work if she gets bored. Nice, honey. I hope you have a very entertaining day tomorrow. Ashley, Stan. How are you doing, buddy? It's so nice to see you're doing well. Stan. Thank you, Ashley. Great to hear from you. How are you? What's new? Ashley. Oh, nothing new. Moved to our new city recently from old state. It's good to be back home near the farm. Where are you around? Stan. I travel a lot. Live in his hometown. I'm doing private security work in one other city for the moment. I teach some firearms and law enforcement military as well. When I'm trying to stay busy, I may go back to the army. It really is great to hear from you. What are you doing now? Ashley, that's fantastic. I bet you're in very high demand right now. I bet you will be getting to use your skills on the home front. I always regretted not pursuing a life in the military, settled with being her profession. I know you probably hear this often, but the way you've served this country is so incredibly admirable. I hope you get to hear that often enough. Stan, I'm sorry for the delayed response. I want to thank you for the recognition you've given me. Most do not say more than a thank you. Many guys see me as a reminder of what they've not done, and that makes them somewhat defensive. Most women just see it as something hot or sexy. The best compliments come from older folk. Younger people have no understanding of sacrifice or honor, but you are different. You really are intriguing, and you see through and understand people, it seems. That's why you're successful, I believe. You chose your intelligence. Ashley, well, that's just about the nicest compliment I've ever had, so thank you. I hope if you ever want to talk to someone, or you need someone to say thank you again, please always remember my info. I really wish I got to know you better when we were younger, but I don't see why we can't be good friends now. Stan. Thank you, Ashley. You were always a fun person with a big smile, and of course very pretty. Well, and have a great day today. I will be in our new city when this gig is up to see my brother, and maybe we can meet for some drinks and shoot the shit together. Ashley, you have no idea how much I would love that. You better let me know. I'll take it personal. You take care of yourself. Stan. Any good bars up that way? I like the certain area. Ashley. Yeah, I'm pretty close to certain area. I'm trying to learn the local dive bars, though. The more local, the better. Stan. I may know of a couple you might like. I usually just go to the pub a block from my brother so I can walk there and back without driving. Certain place has a cool spot or two as well. Ashley. Certain places are great. I've heard. So moral of the story. I will defer to your judgment. Stan. That's cool. We just got our contract pulled, so I should be in our city soon. Stan. 9 to 4. Hey you. Ashley. Hey buddy. How the hell are you doing? Stan. Doing good in you. I was thinking about coming up to our city tomorrow. You got plans? Ashley. I do not actually. That would be great. It's been a long week. Stan. Awesome. His number. I hope I can make it up there tomorrow night and hang out with you. Ashley. Yeah. Okay, I saved your number. I am her number. Let me know if you come down. Stan. Sorry, been at the some show. I definitely will let you know tomorrow. Text if you get bored at work. Edit. No word on her plans for tonight yet. I didn't push it too much so she wouldn't get suspicious that there's something off. I decided not to confront her immediately since I want to see if she actually is going to go ahead to meet that guy alone. I'll keep asking to go with her, but I fear she'll come clean with, and I have to work late excuse. I hope she really wants to meet him. I'll try to find a way to figure out what bar they're going to meet at, and I'll just go there and meet them. I think I will file for divorce if I see them alone. I can't go through the same shit again since it really affects my life and well-being. I'm strongly leaning towards no counseling if my worst fears come through because I think there's a huge gap in our mindset if she finds it acceptable to meet a guy on a Friday night without telling me. I would never meet a 4-year younger woman that I know from way back, and we're not close friends as is indicated in their messages. On a Friday night in a bar without telling my wife or not inviting her with us. I can't see how she doesn't know that's effed up and how detrimental that can be to our relationship. She's definitely not an idiot to not see this, and if she's willing to risk it, then it just wasn't meant to be. My stomach is revolting from uncertainty, and I slept maybe an hour last night. Damn, I hate this feeling.